Hey everybody, good afternoon. It's 2 p.m. in the Eastern Daylight Time. I got stuck there in my thoughts for a second. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at our El-Nino forecast. This is gonna be a winter update, hint, whatever you want to call it. I prefer hint because an update's like a full-fledged, update. This is more of a hint, just a little drop in a bombshell here. Relative sea surface temperature anomalies are looking like this. So at the very top, we have Nino 4, which is right, it's basically near Asia. Nino's 3-4, which goes a little farther east, second to the top. Nino 3 is third to the top. And then on the very bottom, we have Nino's 1 and 2, which is basically right by South America. So essentially, why we divide these up is because we have different sections of the equatorial Pacific that we measure our ocean temperatures by. So it just kind of organized them and orders them better than if we just had, one whole, measurement of the entire centralized Pacific Ocean temperature. That would be a mess. But this is kind of organized here. So this is, I like that we do it this way. So just to give you an overall glimpse at this, we're looking at the current. So we go all the way to the right on this chart near July, and we see the orange. If you see the orange kind of prop and protrude up, nearly all of them are right around 2 to 3 deviations above normal. So they're definitely an El Nino category. But the thing here is that they're all nearly the same. Now, keep in mind, if we want a true Mordecai El Nino for the winter, what you want to see is you want to see Ninos 1 and 2 on the very bottom, and then Ninos 3, 1 up from the very bottom. You want those colder than the top two, okay? So the top two, which are Ninos 4, Ninos 3 and 4, 3.4 rather, I'm sorry, you want those warmer. So you want more orange than you see in the bottom two. And right now they're looking fairly even, but that's kind of going as per the forecast, because we take a look again at our handy dandy Jamstack, and that has basically what this is forecasting, which is honestly just kind of what we're looking at. Basically is that it's right now it's kind of neutralized over the entire Pacific, and you're seeing the Eastern Pacific and the Western Pacific right on the same temperatures. So that's not an issue, so to speak, but that will be an issue if that persists into the winter. Again, because for the Mordecai setup, you want warmer in the Central and Western Pacific, colder in the Eastern Pacific. You kind of want an imbalance there. It kind of creates, in my opinion, an archery effect where it kind of sends a trough up into the USA. That's just my opinion. Take it for what you will. But anyways, this is real stuff here. We're looking at September through November. And again, we see the El Nino. It's kind of deepening. You can tell it dives southward a little bit, and that's a sign of it strengthening, because again, it's gathering up the core true Central Pacific, which is where the basically the whole energy of the Earth is honestly located, surface level at least. So let's take a look at December through February. Again, that's definitely looking in the lines of a Mordecai, and so it's starting to give you that feature where it's warmer towards the Central Pacific, and again, colder towards the east. So that's what we're looking at essentially for this winter, to get a cold winter. Now, I think it'll be a Mordecai El Nino. I think it's also going to be a coast to coast, north to south cold winter. Now, I also think that there will be more areas that see an intensity of cold and others less intense. So there will be a colder patch of air. But I think overall the winter as a whole will be a cold one. Again, we know there will most likely be a subtropical jet this year, which is basically perfect for a cold pattern because you basically get your two elements locked in that you want for heavy snowstorms, which are the heavy precip you want, and you want the cold temps. So obviously, um, because that's what creates snow, your cold and your precip. I mean, but to conclude, we have our El Nino. Right now, it's not Mordecai. It's basically just a plain El Nino. But I do think that will change as we head into winter. Now, as that shifts and transitions to a regular El Nino to a Mordecai El Nino, um, notice I think the patterns start to shift towards colder in the east, and not just for like a 1 to 2 week period. For like we'll start to see 3 to 4 week periods of sustained cold in the eastern section, the eastern half of the USA. So, all right, guys, I think that's about it. Hope I didn't wear you out too much by all that wordy talking on that model run, but it's important, I think, to get that what's going on in the modeling out. So, all right, guys, this is it. This is Tyler's World of Weather. It's been a joy to be with you. Hope you all enjoyed this update. And be sure to subscribe, to share, and to like for more long range weather content, especially during the winter season, because that's just my favorite time of the year. I like the long range at that time of year. So, all right, guys, God bless and have a great day and take care. Bye bye.